Wednesday here. So we're in the free car, the Versa. We're gonna do a before video. So it kind of just been driven, and I think the original owner, literally is the first owner, original owner, just kind of exploded their sugary drinks everywhere. So we're gonna detail today. Oh, how do we get 254,061 miles? And let's see, here's our. How does this. There we go, there's a button. Oh no. How's we gonna do this? I guess we put you in here. Oops, I have to turn you around now. Okay. That almost works. There we go. Okay, you can see the shifter. See a little bit of a whom-am. Alright. We're gonna drive to work. And we left a little early, and I didn't do my makeups because we gotta catch the detail guy. He used to be our UPS driver. My gosh, I can't believe this car. This is like the third nicest used car I've owned. And if you take, like, let's just say I paid $600 for it, because that's the $150 for the cat, and then $400 for tires. So it's kind of almost fun to drive. I hate to admit that. It just, wow. It rides nice. It's super quiet. No engine lights, nothing wrong. The engine is so quiet, you almost can't tell it's running. Looks like someone had a problem at the side of the road. Oh, you're right in the mirror. Oops. Oh well. So yeah, this is the free car. I also just can't believe, like, the whole car had that green slime everywhere, like in the doors, the gutter around the trunk. Freaking miserably dirty and just neglected. And found a mouse house in the left fender well in the engine. And we got lucky in that, I think, because it was sort of half in the woods, what is rattling? That the mouse moved out and to forage and didn't use the car for food, so we got really lucky there. No, a little bit of construction going by. Ma'am, she was all made up and had her eyelashes on and everything, sitting on the back of that truck. I think they're just leaf blowing the median. I don't know. Alright. They was in front of my house yesterday. The church got something going on. So anyway, this is a one owner car. I'm the second owner. Check engine light was on and it had no power. Like none. It could move, but like it was slower than my Billie Jean rollback. I mean, it wasn't doing no hills, nothing. So the check engine light was for the mass airflow sensor. It was 18 bucks. Bought one off the Jungle website. Went to put it in, and the one that was in there looked new already, and I was like, oh, that's great. Obviously, that wasn't the fix. Filled it up with high-tech gasoline, and drove around. Still no power. It was so bad that we totally aborted driving on a test drive. So researched it. Everything was pointing to the catalytic converter plugging up the system and making mass airflow be the symptom, along with no power. So I went ahead and checked all the pins on the mass airflow. One of them had 12 volts, one of them had 5 volts, one of them was ground. I'm like, that's fine. This car, I can't believe everywhere I look in this car, it's just a little dusty, but everything is in great shape. There's no rust. I mean, we caught everything in the perfect time. Another few months, rust would have started in everywhere. It'd have been bad, or the mice would have gotten in it. The trunk area looks new. I went after it with the Honda cleaner. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You fell. Speed bump got you. Oh, there we go. We got another click on you. We didn't crash. Hey, wow. Oh, no, you're falling again. Maybe this new mount's not so great after all. But this thing has no noise. Maybe the first hint of wheel bearings. Maybe, but they're not even that loud. A shifter throw is so freaking light. Holy crap. Still on its original clutch. 250,000 miles. I don't know what it takes to change the clutch, but if it involves like removing enough stuff, I'd be tempted to go get a 6-speed from a Cube like I had and change out this 5-speed so that you're not tacked out going 65. This one is very much a base model. It has 0 options, no power, nothing. So I'm going to look over time at the junkyards and try to research what it takes to add cruise control. What does it take to add power windows? I mean, at least these two, I might do power. Power locks, definitely, if it's pre-wired for anything, I might just start adding those features. But I don't have much experience with Nissans in that regard, other than the Cube I had. When I had a Cube, I need to look up what year it was. It might have been a 12 like this. The cars are so modular between the different models and flavors and option groups. Like, I could probably go get a nicer instrument cluster with a TAC, and it probably would just work. So I'm going to look into that. And I'm pretty sure any instrument cluster is going to have under 254,000, and I can just set up a pulse counter to hopefully run and simulate the speed, so I can set up at like 140 for a few days and get it to get up to 254,000. Then I'll swap it out and have the same odometer reading. But yeah, like, I freaking love this car. And to think I got it from the trash, like literally, I was asked to tow it to be scrapped. I just can't believe that. And I was like, well, sign the title over. Let me try to fix it. If I can fix it, I'll keep it. If not, I'll make sure it's legally scrapped so y'all aren't on the hook because yards on my way to work. But no, this car ain't going to the trash pile. There's no rust underneath it. Everything's super clean. I was able to undo the bolts to the cat converter, granted with a 3/4 air impact. Unbelievable, just unbelievable. I'm just continuously shocked by how nice this car is. Like it's probably even one finger shifting. Incredible. I'm revving fourth wheel because there's a hill right here we're about to jump into. And I want to maintain 40. Especially since we have a tailgater. I ordered me a woman veteran license plate. It's not here yet. It'd be nice if it showed up the next couple days in the mail because we're going to be loaning this car to the kids for a little while. And in Tennessee, they got one of their cars taken out by a deer. And then they went and got something at Carvana, but it needed like a thing to fix. They said, well, you can take it to Carvana in your town and they can fix that. So they took it to Carvana in their town, and that Carvana mechanic was like, I don't know why they sold you this, but no, we need to get this thing given back, and you need to not have this vehicle. The whole bottom of it was rusted out. They said, sure, we could replace the whatever, maybe a shock, I don't know, but everything it's touching is rotted and gonna fall apart. No, just no. No, you're not getting a loan for this, just no. And I was pretty impressed at how upfront the one Carvana was, but really disappointed in how the other Carvana was to sell it to them. So they got out of all that, they got a refund, they got their loan canceled. And it left them with such a foul taste in their mouth. They're like, screw this. And we're like, well, we can loan you the free car, and y'all can drive that as long as you need. Whoa, dude, are you going slow enough? You're driving slower than me. You're driving slower than me and Billie Jean. Gosh. I mean, that was 50 pretty quick. I'm really impressed with this thing. It's easier to drive than my taco truck. Of course, this is a 2012 and the taco truck's a 98. And the seat is more comfy. 2.5 times as many miles. Holy crap. The only remotely sketch thing is besides the driver, the only remotely sketch thing the right rear light cluster didn't really work. It was acting like it had a bad ground. Like when you see trailers, like you hit the brakes, you hit the turn signal, and the brake just kind of dims and brightens and dims and brightens. So, what is going on here? Today's just an adventure. A whole bunch of cars and a fire truck pulled over with its lights on. Alright, they stopped, got their door open. Weird. Always some excitement happening somewhere in Rockdale County. Anyway, so I figured, okay, maybe it's got like a wire to ground or something. I just need to redo that. I'm really impressed with Nissan's engineering because once you get the cloth stuff pulled back on the trunk onto two 10mm head nuts, the whole thing just pops out sideways, and it has a super amazing bulkhead seal on the wiring harness to the connector. The connector goes to this little platform in the lens housing with 4 screws. Under those 4 screws, it was like hermetically sealed. It was like a clean room inside where the light bulbs go. Wow. I've never seen something actually ideal. Like 12 years later, and it's freaking perfect. So that's pretty cool. I'm impressed with Nissan. So I looked at everything, and it's really ingenious the way they laid out their circuitry. The back of this little plate has a molded in connector. I think I was able to really get it undone. I mean, it was all sealed. It was all, like, everything was perfect. I looked at the side with the bulbs, and what they did was they ran sheet metal as their circuit board traces in the face of the plastic, and then those went to the sockets where the bulbs went. Very simple, no complications. It just, I've seen a lot of 1157 bulbs, and they're things they go into. In fact, Billie Jean, I had to solder the contacts because those were riveted through the housing. Just dumb. But I was like, okay, this obviously looks fine. There's nothing green. There's nothing wrong. The dirt is perfect accumulation on the outside. So I went and turned on the lights and stuff. Now everything worked. The backup light worked. Turned on the headlights. The marker light works. Rigged a stick to the brakes. The backup light stayed on. Nothing went wrong with the lights. I hit the hazards. Perfect function, and it's been perfect functioning ever since. So, whoa dang. It fixed itself by magic. I just can't imagine there's a bad wire in the harness. It's just so well done. So I'm just gonna not care. I changed the third brake light. I was a little sucky with the mitts. I think I got up in there with a little tiny screwdriver, shoved the connector off. Then I was able to convince it out. And then I had to replace the H4 bulb, or 9003, in the headlight. The clip was kind of a pain because I couldn't get my head in there to see which way it went. So I used the video camera, and I figured all that out. And it was just, get it pushed in and off its clip, and then that came right out. But I mean, like, kind of all this stuff was like, imagine Nissan made really, really good motorcycles in the 80s. Simple, low tech, nothing special. Ooh, you're not going straight. Okay. Simple, low tech, reliable, easy to troubleshoot. Plenty of space kind of everywhere on this thing. Like I said, it wasn't rusty at all on the undercarriage. Like, I was shocked I was able to undo those um, cat converter bolts. So if you do find this because you have a 2012 Versa and you're changing the cat, and you get the $150 one off Amazon, you read the reviews and it says, oh, I had to change the gasket and the springs were wrong. That is correct. It does come with a gasket that looks like it'll work, but the inside diameter of the gasket is too small to go on the exhaust pipe coming off the head. So I went and got a $15 OEM type gasket from the Zone. My local zone didn't have it, but they checked the next zone over. That auto zone had it, so I drove there, picked it up, drove home. Not in the car. It was up on stands. A little bit of brake noise. I checked the brake pads. They were fine. They had at least 10 millimeters of pad left, pad material. Does need another hubcap, or as a guy would say, poverty caps. Or a fella, not a guy. Price Grip Garage is a fella. So Philly is going to hit the junkyard on the way home and see if I can get a matching Nissan poverty cap. I'd be shocked if I couldn't. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Like, it's easier to drive than the taco truck. It's quieter than the taco truck. I'm just so happy with this car. Anyhow, that's me driving to work. We're almost there. Detail guy's there waiting, so I love y'all. Thanks for watching and being bored. Welcome to follow with more of my stupid adventures. And share your comments. I got my crazy rollback 86 Ford CF7000 I do videos in and on. Got my taco truck occasionally I do videos on. Work stuff. Work stuff's pretty cool. We're gonna be taking the oven apart, hopefully sending that to Tennessee. So that's gonna be some content, maybe on the Real Work channel, maybe here. I'm not sure which. Probably here, just because, you know, the first one might be on work, just saying, hey, check it out, we decommissioned the oven, and then the rest of it will be maybe on here, talking about how the engineering of it is made and documenting how I'm taking it apart. Anyway, I'm going to go hit the end thing button, and I love you, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.